ones. Fives, throw them 20s.
Looking down in the club, throw no money. Didn't want me, it's so funny. Now they get killed.
Damn, bro, what's up, dog?
Going viral.
Who's messing with you?
I have no problem.
You're messing with him?
No. He's good. He's good.
Well, that's you.
Now they get killed, go get her or go for me. I done made a couple of hundred through pandemic. Hard 6 Vegas like P, no damn limit. Yo, ass nigga money was short, that damn midget. Lifestyle rubbers won't work, I can't fit it. Disney Plus a fuck a Netflix. Get her on the primes and I'm hitting the next bitch. Bitch, your last nigga don't exist. Ain't about a dollar, I'm hitting.
What's going on, guys? Big Chief here. Welcome back to another episode of To Be Blunt. I'm here with my boy Cody, aka PackGod, aka motherfucking traveling around the world, aka motherfucking count your macros, all that.
Yeah,
in the building.
We're dialed in. You know.
What's up, bro?
In here, just dialed in with the Big Chief. You know what it is? I see you like every day.
Pretty much.
Gym.
I saw
this
you last
happened
night.
as organic as it could, you know.
I saw you last night.
Yep.
And it did happen organic.
I seen you in the parking garage too. I was on the phone wrapping up a call, and I was like, "Look at this motherfucker.
Where
He's
were we
late
at
today."
Tell me where we were at night. Tell me where we were at.
John Reed,
The
downtown.
motherfucking gym.
The trap.
In there. And then I seen him. I'm like, of course this guy would be in here.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I walked right up on you, recording you. People were looking at me crazy too. They were like, "So you recording me?" It's like, nah, I'm recording my boy over here. You don't even see my ass.
They
you got
asked
a big
you?
ass. You grabbed a big ass weight too, and I was right behind you. You were like, "Oh, what's up, man?"
Nah,
that shit was tight.
I was in them rows, you know.
Yeah, you're strong as fuck. We worked out. We did a video. It's on my YouTube, but we did a video of a workout. I just kept being in there the same time as you, and I would be like, "What are you working out?" And you're like, "Back." I'm like, "Damn, I'm working out back." So I was like, "All right, it's only right. Let's fucking get a workout in." Now we got to get MJ in that bitch. And
you're
get
in
him
there
to work
pristine
out.
though, because let me talk about this, because I actually have conversations with you at the gym. I'm like talking to you, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I gotta watch my macros. I gotta do this." Like, how do you even count that? Like, what? So look, for a person like me, working out, and there's a couple other people out there, right, that are working out, and they're like, "Okay, I'm trying to get dialed in, trying to tone myself, right?" Because if y'all don't know him, if you're some of my audience and some of y'all do know him. So in the morning, I see this dude do burpees, then he hits his. What do you take in the morning? Like, what do you? Can you describe what's going
Talk about
on?
the program.
Yeah, you go to your macros. I'm so interested, bro. So fucking interested.
You know, man, in May of last year, I just saw some videos and pics of myself, and you know, you got that like wake up moment where you're like, "Man, I look like shit. I feel like shit. I'm down. I don't feel good." And I just like felt like I was falling off. So I was like, all right, first thing you do when you're falling off is the easiest way to regain control of your life is your health. You know, you get in the gym and you fucking start eating right. And what macros are is macronutrients. So it's your carbs, your protein, and your fats. The easiest way to track that is an app called MyFitnessPal. So you get on MyFitnessPal and you work with like a coach or a trainer to figure out what your macros are. It goes by like your age, height, weight, and how active you are. And they'll calculate how much carbs you need, how much protein you need, and how much fat you need per day to get whatever your goal is. You want to get shredded, you want to get jacked, you want to bulk, like what do you want to do?
So not just guessing. Like,
It's
you know what I mean?
no
I gotta
guessing
eat a
in the
little
game.
more. So it's actually
Takes
dialed
all
in.
the guessing out of the game, you know? So I started doing that and I started seeing results fast, and I was just like, bro, this is the way. I finally know how much to eat. I compare it to like, you wouldn't go to work and not track your hours or like track your time and not, like, it's like working without a paycheck is like going to the gym and not doing your macros. Because a lot of people are going to the gym, they're not seeing crazy results. It's because they're not eating correctly. Like,
Very
diet
true.
is everything, you know, and it's everything, not just for how you look, but how you feel mentally, physically. It's everything.
And even your diet, in terms of how you smell. Like,
yeah,
every single
like
thing.
above cancer, above all these other things, like, and food are the lead. It's food being the leading cause. Like, it's all coming from the food. Like, all these cancers, even, they're coming from the food.
Look at Kenny over there with the red 40 right there with his red Gatorade and red gummies. While we're talking about this.
Yeah, and he's a skinny guy though, and he can do that, you know. But eventually, you'll be rocking a little gut, and you'll be like, "Fuck, I don't feel good no more." Shit caught up to me. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, you got to dial in your macros, big dog. That crop tee, you're gonna have a gut hanging out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna fit no more. Be rocking a barrel, you know.
Hey, where do you get your discipline from, bro? Where do you come from?
Just
where you
within,
born?
bro. Florida.
You're from Florida.
Yeah. Orlando, like Central Florida area. Like
Disneyland?
30 minutes on the outskirts. You know what I mean? I'm from a small town actually. So shout out to them if you know me or follow me.
Where's the small
or whatever,
town at? Or
It's Titusville, Florida.
Shout
is
out
where I
them,
come
Titusville.
from. It's
That's
where
dope
it's
as
actually
fuck.
where the Space Center is. So where the space shuttle goes
So you
off
watched?
and shit.
Did you go to
Yeah,
the
as a
NASA shows
kid, we would
kid?
just go outside and it would be going up. But yeah, we went to the Space Center on a field trips and shit like that.
That's dope as fuck.
You know,
How was growing up?
Small ass town.
Growing up in a small town, where do you get your discipline from? Because you can't look. I look at you, bro. You're always doing what you need to be doing.
Bro, honestly, I hired a coach last year and I just flipped the script. You know what I mean? But I've always been somewhat disciplined, but the stakes are raised now. It used to be easier to make money. It used to be easier to get shit done.
Okay.
With inflation and everything now, I feel like you got to go 10 times hard for 10 times as less.
Yes, that's
Right?
The market is horrible.
So
right
for me
now.
to gain an edge, I need to be disciplined. I need to be dialed in. I need to have clarity. I need to have focus, and I need to have energy. Those are like things that I can control that I need more of so that I can perform out here. You know, I want to be high performance. I want to be optimal.
I see
you know?
where you get your. I see where you get your discipline from. The
It's
hustle.
just-
It just reflects from the
Yeah,
hustle, huh?
100%. It's just the desire to want more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not happy where I'm at. I'm not sad or anything right now. I'm happy with my progress. But where I was at in May 2023, and I post these pictures sometimes. You probably saw on my story before, but like I was fucking chubby, out of shape, and just down on life. I was smoking weed all day, every day. I wasn't hitting the gym. I was eating like shit. And I just was wondering why the fuck I wasn't happy.
You're in the best shape of your life right now? You're in the best shape of your life?
Yeah, probably.
That's
I mean, I was in
That's dope as fuck.
I was in really good shape in my mid-20s as well. Had abs, all that shit, but I wasn't as. I feel like for men around 35, you're in your prime. You know what I mean? I'm 36
prime.
now, so
Still.
you know, I'm like, I feel like I'm just getting started. You know, so
I feel like they say that, but if you really take care of yourself, maybe your 40s your prime.
yeah, maybe. You know, and I was a late bloomer too as a kid, so I've been blessed to. In high school, I hated it. I was pissed about it. And then now in my life, it's like works to my advantage. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you look younger.
That's insane
everyone's
how
goal.
some people bloom in high school.
Yeah,
Their sophomore, junior
some of my
year.
homeboys in like fifth grade
Senior.
were fucking armpit hair, rocking this, rocking that.
Me
I
and
was
MJ had a
like,
mustache.
yeah, straight up. You know what I mean? And at the time, you're like, fuck. But then fast forward in life, some of those people end up looking a lot older than what they actually are, you know? And so they get the shine in those little brief period, but then later in life, it's kind of like, damn.
My boy saying he got the good genes.
You know, it's kind of works to your advantage if you bloom a little late in life. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like men mature late, anyways, mentally.
Yeah,
the most part.
women mature way more than men. You ever seen a 7-year-old girl and a 7-year-old boy? The girls already has a whole personality,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
boy's like truck,
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, but
Yeah.
let's go into this. I see your brand. Let me turn this thing out. I had it on because I didn't want to miss your call when you're coming outside.
It's all good.
Bad podcasting. Hey, so look, I seen your brand, PackGods, before you even put in, like when you're doing your thing, right, coming up. And then I started singing to dispensaries. Then I got to try a few strains for the first time. My first strain I tried was wet paint. And it's called Robo
Trip.
Robo Trip. I look
Because
like a Robo.
do you remember in high school
Robo-Trip,
or like
Robo-Trip,
middle
Robo-Trip.
school, kids would chug the whole bottle of Robitussin and say, yo, I was robo-tripping. They would call it Robo-Trip.
Nah, bro.
Because if you chug the whole bottle of Robitussin, it'll make you trip.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't do it, but my homies were doing it and they were telling me about it. And I was like, it was like a thing. I never had the desire to. I
So
wasn't.
you made it off that?
So that was the whole inspiration of the name.
'Cause
Because
it's a
I
trip.
felt like the smell of the strain smelled like cough syrup. So I was like, I'm going to call this shit Robo-Trip.
You know what's
You know
so
what I mean?
genuine?
What do you think about it?
That's dope.
That's like the new edition.
So this is the, he
This is
said,
the green. This is the extra strength right here.
this is a super strength. He said is green crack crossed with
No, it's Green Lantern times Runts, and Green Lantern is Green Crack times White Rhino. So this is a different
See?
type of candy. Tell me if I'm lying.
There's your ingredients right there.
Tell me if I'm lying though. That's a different type of candy.
It's nice, bro.
It's not your average
I'm
candy.
just chiefing it before me.
It's not just your regular Runts.
This is gas.
This
Something
is super
different.
gas, huh? This is a
Something.
super edition, huh? Extra strength.
Smoke's clean, white ash, resin drip.
How many different strains
Checks
do you
all the
have?
boxes. Man, I don't even know right now, to be honest with you. Probably like 8 or 9.
Nice.
But I we'll kill some off and, reinvigorate some. And, I run minimums on the bags. I'll change the color. Consumers they want drops. They don't want collections anymore. It's all about just having drops. So you always got to be changing up what you're doing and elevating it some way. And some of the things I found out when hitting the rec market is that you don't want to use the color black. Stuff like that. You don't want to blend in. You need to make it pop as hard as you can.
You're always on top shelf when I go to let's just say I go to OG Nation, Maywood, or go anywhere, right? I'm like, it's my boy right here. You know what I mean?
and shout out to my distro Ted's Buds. Shout out to Theo. That's my dog. He does a good job, man. So just being on his roster and being able to drop with him, he plugged me in. You know what I mean? So
you're doing your thing, bro. I'm really proud of you. I could tell you that for certain. Keeping your mental straight, becoming the best version of yourself. You represent what a big chief is, bro. A big chief is someone who always aspires to do more or better, or become the best version of themselves, or the best version of themselves, depending if you're playing sports or you're doing podcasting or you're smoking weed or whatever, Yeah. Someone always develops that identity, and they don't realize it until someone tells them. I don't know if people tell you, but I'm gonna give you flowers this whole pod, bro. Your packaging, the way you move, everything that you're doing right now, you're moving correctly. I wanted to bring you out for that reason. Because if y'all looking at this guy, he's on one of the biggest podcasts. What's it called?
First Smoke of the Day.
First motherfucking Smoke of the Day. How crazy is the name? I love the name.
I did that whole brand. That's my baby right there. And I'm actually stepping away from the project right now. That's something I haven't really told everybody, but I had that idea in 2018. I actually had a Sprinter van at the time, and the license plate was FSOTD. And I named it that because the first smoke of the day is always the best smoke of the day. And that's when you have the best conversation. So I was like, bro, that would be a crazy podcast. And at the time, I was just really hustling hard, and I didn't want to put my story out there per se. So I kind of pump faked and was like, fuck, I'm not ready to do it. Me and Lance Blackleaf, my co-host on the show and the co-founder of the podcast, we did an episode together, and we said our story. And I was like, bro, we can't put this shit out. This is just too uncut. We literally said verbatim our story, just not ready to put that shit out to the world yet. But so we didn't put that out. And then I came back around in 2020. I knew I was consuming so much content over COVID that I was like, bro, there's no weed content. There's no real weed culture content.
I felt the same way,
there's Strain Hunters. Shout out to Burner with Marijuana Mania. There's a few episodes. I watched all that shit up. I like it, but there just wasn't enough. So I was like, man, we have to do a podcast, and we're gonna do what I said it is. And First Smoke of the Day, we're gonna create it. And by 2021, we launched the first episode, and I just had a Roadcaster. My homeboy told me what to buy. I bought a Roadcaster. I set that shit up. I hit record. I listened to everyone, test. And then it was working, so I was like, bro, this is it. And then I hired an audio engineer. He's actually out of Ireland. Shout out to my brother Dave.
Dave.
I got him on Upwork.com. There's some game for you guys. If you guys need to hire people, use overseas people, use remote people. If you don't need them in person, go get them overseas. Their work ethic, the cost, everything. That's how I bootstrap brands. I use virtual assistants and remote workforce. And so he's out of Ireland, and I hired him. He's an audio engineer and does podcasts, and he just started helping us cook it up. And then I found a videographer in LA, and we started doing video on episode 26, but the first 25 episodes were audio only, and that worked out good for us because we got a lot of big names to come on the show because we were like, we don't show your face. It's audio only.
Okay.
So they were cool with that.
That's dope.
One of them being Stacks, my brother from Tenko, Zushi.
Dope-ass dude, bro.
He won't probably do a pod with anybody else anytime soon. He doesn't like his face out there, but
he
I actually got his
like this.
yeah, I actually got his mom to talk him into that. His mom was DMing me and just talking. She's a fan of the brand and the culture.
Cool is that, bro?
She's super supportive. So shout out to moms. Shout out to Stack's moms.
Dope.
And I was like, yo, you got to get him on. Help me get him on here. And she finally talked to him, and he was like, it's time, bro. I'm going to tell my story and shit. And we had to do that one twice for him to be happy with it. But that's just how particular he is. That's why his brand is so dope, because they won't cut corners.
They want to do it correctly.
They will not sacrifice the quality of some shit just to put it out. They won't do it. They're very disciplined.
I love that.
So, and Jerry's a G too. We just had Jerry on First
Shout
Smoke of the
Jerry.
Day. I talked him into that. He also doesn't really
Great
like to
at
show his
marketing.
face. Oh, designer on another level, bro.
Great at marketing.
Like, guy
Great designer.
is a fucking fool with it. You know, like he could be in the streetwear game. He could be in the music game. He could be in a lot of games. And he's in the weed game. He's a blessing to the weed game, honestly. Like what they're out there in Complex Con dropping collectibles and shit.
I
And
stopped by. It's pretty
it's
dope.
breaking ground for all the other weed brands to be able to do the same thing, whether people know it or not. I've been out in 420 in New York and seen lines of kids lined up like it was a Supreme store and it's fucking Zushi. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what other brand is really doing this like this? Like, I don't know. I haven't seen it. And I've been ground level for a minute now, since 2021, you know? We did over a couple hundred pods, and we did some in Barcelona, Amsterdam, London. We did that in 2021. Yeah, we on the audio only, like episode 13 to like 21 or 22 was all the Euro tour. I called
Early
it.
on, huh?
Yeah, I knew I was like, we're gonna go overseas and do it because I wanted it to be global. I was like, this needs to be global on the market. And then the best thing we did, bro, was get on YouTube, because I realized YouTube, it does a few things. One, it gets people to associate you with celebrity because they're watching it on their TV. So like that's the effect of YouTube and why it's so beneficial.
Great marketing tool.
Because people are like, let me get a picture. I'm like, why the fuck would you want a picture with me? You know what I mean? And then I realized like, oh, it's because they watch so many podcasts on their TV or on some shit that they associate it with like influencer or celebrity or whatever you want to call it, right?
Correct.
And it just means, you know, and it's obviously they're showing love. I appreciated it, but I didn't understand the psychology.
Because you give them the
of it.
game, because they do something from it, and then they look at you like,
Yeah.
you're so appreciative, bro.
Always trying to drive value, you know? And then the other thing,
Always trying to drive value is amazing,
Yeah.
bro. Make that shirt.
yeah. Value first. Yeah, and so YouTube was a good plus for that. And then the other thing that I realized that YouTube really did for us was it made us global, because the audience that watches YouTube is global.
Where's your biggest audience was coming from?
Like New York, probably Texas, you know,
Texas loves
UK.
weed,
Shout
bro.
out to the UK. You know, UK loves weed.
London,
you know?
Rodmans.
Yeah,
love
bro.
Love the big chief.
Yeah, straight up.
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so now, how I look at you, even if you started that, everything experience that you took from doing that, right, going forward, I'm not even too worried about like what you're about to do, because you're gonna figure it out, bro.
Oh,
how do you
yeah,
feel about
yeah,
that?
yeah. I mean, I feel good about it. I'm like purposely letting myself just do my thing right now, and I'm not rushing into the next idea, because that's always what I did in the past. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna wait and think about it. Like, I've afforded myself that luxury where it's like I don't need to, like, I have PackGods, so I'm just putting all my time and energy into PackGods now, and that's why I'm like, all right, they want the box with the bag and the freebie, cool, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, show them, bro. Show
I'm gonna
'em.
do it my way. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get a Happy Meal toy, but what I will give you is, this is a strain called Sharpies. So this is Zope times permanent marker, and you get the bag, you get the box, and then you know, something I've used thousands of is a Sharpie, and it's a PackGods pack marker, is what I called it, because I can't tell you how many packs I done autographed and signed, and not my name, but just like putting the name of the strain on the pack.
He signed this shit for me right now too. It's on
Yeah,
there.
no, I'm not
It's
saying
on
that.
there.
I'm not saying it like that, but like, you know, when you're sealing up packs and you write the name of what it is, that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about. And
shit.
like, that's why it's a pack marker, and you know, little dope shit to where it's like, I challenge these brands to get more creative and really push the bounds of, like, don't just give somebody, you know, a fucking Happy Meal toy or in a Happy Meal, like, you know what I mean?
Something
like, come up with
useful.
some shit, you know,
Something
come up,
functional.
get creative. So my next drop is for wet paint.
What do you got?
And I got a mini paint can that'll fit the 1/8, and then a paint can opener that's on a keychain ring, and it's like metal, and it's engraved, and it says PackGods, and you can pop the can, and then you get the bag out of that, and everyone will come with the 1/8.
So going forward, like just going for it instead of the weed and everything. You travel a lot, right?
Kind of. You guys do too, though. I feel like you got to get
You go
around
out of
these
country
days.
though.
Sometimes I went to Thailand in June. That was dope.
that?
That was dope.
Do you
bro.
smoke weed over there, like
Oh
casually?
yeah, bro. I allegedly brought a lot of, brought my weed.
Allegedly?
I was smoking Perm Scotty out there, bro.
How was like? Is it like
fire.
So like over there, people are just chiefing like normally, like
Yeah.
outside?
It's wide open. It's wide open out there. There's shops. You know what's cool about I started the trip off in Bangkok, is that you can just pull up to the weed shop, and even though you're not allowed to or not supposed to, like they're smoking in the shop. Like it's like a mix of Amsterdam and Cali. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can go shop your weed, sit down, and just smoke it. You know, it's like more like Amsterdam.
And you're smoking the gas over there around them. They were like,
Oh, I
what
had
is
my
that?
own shit. I would buy a gram of the cheap shit and be like, all right, cool. And then go outside or like go to the table or whatever and just pull like a fat ass joint I already had rolled.
Just so hilarious.
I'd be smoking on that shit and just, chilling. I would still buy a gram though. I'd like leave the gram on the table.
How much is a gram over there?
It's fucking bought like, I don't know, bro. I can't even remember. It ended up being like $20-$30
For
like,
a gram?
No, per gram like $10.
Okay, normal 10 G, 10 a G, 10 a G, 5 a G.
Yeah, like depending on the quality, right? Like I would just get the cheapest shit they had and be like, all right, cool, and then just go back and smoke my own shit. I'm not smoking that shit.
How are the bitches there?
I'm a weed snob. I'm fire, bro, but I love Asians. So
The Asian girls
I'm
are
biased.
persuasions,
Like
for sure.
I've dated a lot of different ethnicity of women, and I love Asian women. Like they're just, to me, that's a wife. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like they're just loyal. Like they're smart. Like I don't know, man. A lot of my team too that helps me out with my brands is Asian. They're remote. I'm actually going to the Philippines later this year.
Should have been Asian, bro.
I don't need to be. Turns out they love white men.
I know, I love it.
It's all good. It's all
It works
good.
out where they don't want them. They want
Yeah.
you.
No, it's all good.
Oh my God, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh my God.
But yeah, I'm going to go to the
so funny.
Philippines next, and I'm going to go to Bali. Honestly, if you guys haven't been to Asia, you got to get out there, bro.
Hey, so I remember.
It's a whole different world.
My favorite type of girls are like the girls that are Latina that look Asian and the Asians that look Latina. You know how they're right in the
That's
mix?
it. The exotics.
Baddies.
Exotics.
But what would you want to go like? Let's just say you're expanding somewhere all over the world, right? And you're traveling the world. Weed is like legal. Let's just say everywhere, right? Where are you going first, like to go put that weed? Where would you go?
I mean, man,
Good
from
question.
what perspective? Like to make money or to just like enjoy myself or
Both in this perspective.
Both?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
damn. I mean, honestly, bro, like the UK market is crazy. With the weather and this and that. Like I don't know. I love British women as well. So.
In it.
It's like
You go where the women are for sure. Hey, how about Australia? Think about that.
it would be fire, but I've never been there, so I can't.
They be doing
speak on it
shoeies,
too
bro.
much.
I met so many Australian women. Shout out G'd Up, because this brand is G'd Up. It's from Australia too, and some of their people are viewing it too. And like when I'm at the club, sometimes some girls come up to me. They're like, "Big Chief, watch To Be Blunt," and they're Australian. I'm like, how cool is this, bro?
Damn,
bro,
that's dope.
and they be doing shoeies. They're really nice. Australian women are very nice, bro.
Yeah, they're
super
about
nice.
that life for sure.
And they're not scared of anything.
Nah.
They got critters out
They're
there.
very friendly.
They're super friendly.
So are Canadian women.
How do you know Canadians?
Oh, man, what
the
do you
Canadians
mean?
are fucking
Come
friendly.
on, man. Been partying a long time, doing my thing.
Hey, Florida. You grew up in Florida, right?
Yeah, I was blessed that, in my early 20s, I had homeboys that were like 10, 15 years older than me, and they were multimillionaires, like already doing their thing, and they let me come around. Like I was going to like Club Live in like 2009.
You
know what I'm saying?
You've been
Like,
done this.
I like, I remember like you got Lil Wayne, Baby, like all these people in there, like LeBron. I remember I was in there the night Dallas beat the Heat, and they came in that bitch 200 deep with the trophy. Mark Cuban, they ordered like 500 bottles of champagne. It was insane. Like those club days were so different than nowadays. Like so different.
Bottles were different price
It
too.
was
Nowadays,
crazy.
bottles are like $2,000 a bottle, $1,000 a bottle.
Don't even make sense, man. I went to the club a few times this year, even Live, and it's like I just didn't feel any type of way.
It wouldn't hit like it hit?
The vibe ain't. It's just not.
What do you think it is? 'Cause the economy's so dry?
They had like Quavo performing. I was like, man, this is whatever.
I don't want to go to the moon. The moon.
Yeah, it was whack, bro. Whack ass energy. I don't know. I I don't know, it changed a lot. But I was blessed that it was a blessing and the curse, you know what I mean? Because they kind of ruined me too. But they literally would travel around and just party, bro. You know, Euro trip, Vegas, New York.
They taught you all the ropes, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what made you comfortable going everywhere too, huh?
Yeah, I think so. In the beginning, I was like, bro, what do I wear? Fucking, are we flying together? And they're like, no, we're not flying together. I'm gonna meet you there. I was like, what? Like, you know, like, what do you mean, bro? Like, it's like, nah, everyone's gonna meet there, bro. Like, you're fucking grown. Like, you're gonna get your own hotel room. Mm-hmm. You're gonna meet us there, and we're gonna fucking go out to dinners and go to clubs and hang out with girls and fucking party and shit. And like one of my boys, shout out to he's still a close homie of mine. His nickname's actually Hollywood. But he had like a lot of celebrity friends and like a lot of athlete friends and shit. So we would go to Vegas. We'd be partying with like Reggie Bush and all these ball players that at the time they're in their prime. They're getting paid crazy bread. And those motherfuckers party, bro. Like,
back in the day, for sure.
For instance, just Reggie, but like the football players are fucking savages. Like that shit would be nuts.
Basketball players are chill. You notice that? They're super chill. You know what I mean? Trying to get on the hose. Football players trying to get their shirt off in the club, trying to drink.
Yeah, they're rowdy,
trying to look for a rowdy.
I
don't know. I be going out here, bro. I be seeing
you see your girl around some football players. I mean, you know, it ain't your girl no more for sure. But
that's funny.
You know,
football season starts sometimes, so the girls be here. Don't worry.
yeah.
Hey, yo. Now we're talking about the round we were talking about earlier. When you go to weed events, right?
Oh, man.
Bunch of dudes, every single thing, right?
It's just the vibes.
It's cool
not what I
at a
signed
certain
up
thing
for.
if you're making money, you know what I mean? But if you're selling a couple of 8s here and there, it's like...
Which is what it is nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, when we came out here, I've been coming out to Cali since 2012. So when we really started, we started Blackleaf. I was a co-founder of Blackleaf, and we started that in 2015. So we were doing like High Times, Chalice, and all that, and we were making bands. You know, you'd do 50 to 100K in sales a day. You know what I mean?
That's worth it.
And you were swinging. You know what I'm saying? And like that, those events like saved companies and brands, like made it possible to like keep operating and shit. But people were coming out from all over the world and doing their thing there.
Trying to plug in.
Yeah, nowadays it's like a bunch of dudes sitting around hitting dabs around a picnic table. And no one's even really like motherfuckers will go to events and just be smoking and shit. They didn't even come to buy anything. It's like they just want to hang out and like, you know, talk about heady dab rigs and, you know, what's the genetics and, you know, what are you smoking on? I hate that question. What are you smoking on? Like, I just think that like there's more to life and that you should have more hobbies and interests and not just like your whole life shouldn't be revolving around just smoking weed. That shouldn't be your whole identity. And if it is, I'm probably not that interested in knowing you. You know what I mean?
Because look, the reason I ask you that because I feel like there's different types of smokers. It's not just one type of smoker. You know what I mean? So we were talking about earlier when we go to Fashion Week, we see all these fashion designers, really upscale people. You know what I mean? Come to our events. Girls are coming through. Different things happening. We got different food going on. And you go to another event, the same thing's going on with different drinks, you know what I mean? Different sodas. And you're in that mix, and it's like a lifestyle that you're around, you know what I mean? So I feel like the cannabis direction in the future, I'm trying to portray it, like maybe even inspire it to other brands and other people to go it that way, that direction.
It's a crossover. And you have the right idea by doing that and showing face and having activations in those types of settings because it's like Rolling Loud, Complex Con, New York Fashion Week, wherever you can go that's not just Cali weed culture because that shit is dead. There's no, the market cap is too small.
You got to find a new audience, you know.
And like you just said, a lot of people smoke weed, but they don't know what the fuck. They don't know PackGods. They don't know Green Lantern times runts. They don't care either, and they don't need to care.
They're just trying to smoke some good weed.
They don't need to care. They shouldn't care. Like they're into their own shit in their own world, and that's what they care about. And then, oh yeah, I like smoking weed. I like smoking good weed. But like they might not be infatuated with it. And like some of these people, it's their whole world. And I understand it, you know, I get it, but for me personally, I'm not into the whole, you know, weed scientists, biology, like all these different realms of like, you know, the plant and all this stuff. Like I'm a hustler. So I love brands. I love branding and shit. But but I do know good weed. I know good weed. I've been at 18 years old. I went to Amsterdam for 2 weeks. My best friend in high school was half Dutch, so he had an aunt and uncle
What
that
year
lived
was
out
that?
there. That was 2006.
How was Amsterdam in 2006 when you went?
Fire, bro. Fire
about
as fuck.
that?
I did mushrooms the first time out there.
You went to Red Light District, huh? I know you did.
For sure. Bro. I was out there for 2 weeks. Went to like every coffee shop. Like I remember we went to this what's called a smart shop, and it had a mushroom head on it, and it was a mushroom shop.
Smart shop.
And I didn't think you would get me that fucked up, but I ate the whole stem and the big cap, and ate the whole mushroom, and it was like medium, like Colombiana or something like. It was some type of, I can't even tell you the strain, but I was like, yeah, we'll be chilling. Bro, that shit hit me like a ton of bricks. It was wild. Like, had me going the whole night.
Trip,
we ended up, like, you go through these stages of, like, the lights are intense, then you can't stop laughing, then you start getting a little psyched out, like, when is this shit gonna end? Like,
what did I just take?
It just was crazy, bro. We felt like hours went by, and it was like 2 hours. And then I realized, like, we got all the way back to his aunt's house, and then we realized, like, it was like 9 p.m. and they were still awake. And I was like, bro, we can't go in there. Like, I'm fucked up right now. We got to just stay out here and wait. So we were just smoking a bunch of weed, and finally the lights went out. So finally we went in there, and I couldn't stop laughing, bro. It was crazy. But
so it was a good trip overall.
It was a hell of a good trip. Yeah, it was a hell of a good trip.
You felt every
We should have
emotion.
bounced around a little bit. You know, if I would have known more. This was before I met my older homies that kind of like schooled me down and shit. But yeah, you learn and stuff, and it was good just to get out of the country and go see some shit. You say I travel a lot. I think I don't travel enough, but I recommend anybody, if you have not taken a solo trip outside the country, go do that shit immediately. I did it in June for my first time at 36 years old. I waited way too long. I definitely regret not doing this sooner, but I took that trip to Thailand solo for 30 days. 30 days? By myself.
You almost fucking got a residency and passport there.
Yeah, that's the max you can do on the visa, you know what I mean? But I did the whole country. You know, I went north to south, you know what I'm saying, and bounced around.
Was it rural or more city?
I mean, there's both. Like, Bangkok's the city. Then you got Chiang Mai, which is the north. I went and did the elephant thing there.
You rode the elephant?
No, I didn't ride them. You know, being respectful to the
people be riding them.
But we bathed them. Yeah, it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna go to someone's culture and do some disrespectful shit. It's
hey, let me get on the elephant.
Yeah, it's just like you're ignorant at that point, like dummy. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But,
hey, I like how respectful you are, bro. That's cool. Yeah, I've never traveled, so now I'm not gonna try. I'll go ask jump on that elephant.
You don't want to be that guy. Like they're like
be that guy.
Offend some people, and you know. But we bathed them. I was just like, bro,
you're in tune, huh?
I was in the jungle with them, just walking around, smoking a joint. I have videos of that shit. Like
smoking joints with elephants.
It's the craziest shit. I was like, bro, this is crazy. I'm walking around, this elephant's just following me, and I'm just smoking a fat ass joint right now. Like I was.
You're really living,
bro.
like
I
that.
really felt like I was alive that whole trip. And you know they call Thailand land of 1,000 smiles. It's because every corner you turn, everyone's smiling, and it made me just happy.
And he smiled back.
Straight. Oh, bro, for sure. Like when I came back, I realized a lot more people were smiling at me because I was smiling at everybody.
Damn.
Like still
fuck with you, Thailand. We're gonna go over there, smile at you
bro,
too.
It's crazy.
1,000 smiles. Hey, that's dope. A lot of people didn't know that, including myself, bro.
Yeah, it was dope. Man.
Go experience the world. Look at this little thing he just told us, and we're looking at this shit like, damn, that's crazy as fuck.
And I went by myself, and that's a key right there. Like, cause you want to have a good trip, go by yourself. No one's gonna fucking piss you off, let you down, or be on some bullshit. You know what I mean? So you're gonna meet a lot of people.
You go to Japan yet?
Not yet.
Tokyo?
I'm going though, definitely.
When are you going there?
I'm gonna go to Philippines next month, then I'm gonna go to Bali, and then I might try to hit like Japan or somewhere else. But you know, when I go places, I try to go for 2, 3, 4 weeks, so it's kind of harder for me to, because I don't want to just go somewhere 2, 3 days. I don't think you can immerse it like that, and if you really want to like see if you enjoy the place and like the place, because honestly, I'm exploring Asia to figure out where I want to exist outside of the country. And keep going to and build. I want to build a business. I want to build some shit.
What if you get more hobbies, learning different hobbies, and going wherever you go, you can go do that hobby and meet more people? How about that? I got a good one for you. So snowboarding, like I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, at first I was like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I could. I even do this. I hate the fucking cold. Started doing it. I fucking hated it the first, second time, you know what I mean? About the 5th, 6th time, I got addicted, bro. And then I started looking at the map. I got the map, I opened it. I'm going to fucking Whistler. I'm going to fucking Switzerland. I'm going to Japan. Well, they got snowboarding there, and I started looking at
Japan.
Japan has the craziest snowboard. I'm going to all these places, just go snowboard and do these things. People go, I'm gonna go to Japan, go visit. Yeah, we're gonna go visit too. Then I'm going snowboarding. You know what I mean? And then you go. Me and my brother really go fishing. So now we're like, all right, let's go. Oh, we go to Costa Rica. Now we're going fishing. Now we get to experience the culture there in a different way. So when I look at traveling everywhere, you can go travel, right? But if you have hobbies and go travel these places, like different things, right? You start meeting like your people.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, our hobby would just be go travel and party. We would just go out and fucking go hit Mykonos for a week and just go dumb.
You owe me some things for
you
sure.
know, just go dumb, bro. Go party with the billionaires and shit.
So all the cars and shit is always like that right there?
What?
Monaco? You said Monaco? How do you say it?
Mykonos.
Mykonos?
In Greece.
I mispronounced it, huh? Mykonos.
Yeah.
See?
We went to Monaco too, though, that trip.
Is the streets all like made out of bricks and stuff right there, right?
Mykonos is like an island off the coast of Greece, and it's just magical, bro. It's very like there weren't even the roads weren't even made for cars. They were made for like donkeys and shit. You know? But like it's obviously like been modernized a little bit, but not really. Like it's like you see Santorini a lot with like the all white buildings and shit. Where people go, it's like more romantic. Mykonos is like the party island where you go and just turn the fuck up and go crazy. Clubs stay open all night, and it's not like clubs like you think either. It's a lot smaller, you know. But there's like
beautiful
beach
women.
Clubs. Oh,
Beautiful
fire
women.
Scorpios, Namos. I mean, there's a bunch of shit out there.
You be drinking your little champagne out there.
Oh,
every single thing,
bro. I was with
I love
some of the homies that are out of Dubai, and they're fucking champagne just pouring it on your head or making you drink it. Like them boys are savages.
Fucking turns.
Yeah.
Full
Got the yacht
it.
out there. We'll go to the yacht right after. Like crazy shit. Different type of lifestyle.
The food is better over there compared to over here, huh? It's healthy.
I mean, the Mediterranean, it's as fresh as you can imagine. You know what I mean? The fish and everything is fire. I loved it. If you love Mediterranean food, then you'll be good. You know?
Damn, we got to go there.
Yeah, you'll love it.
MJ, we got to go there. Bucket list for sure. And we'll go fishing 100%.
There. It's fire.
Fishing off Mykonos, bringing it back, cooking it for the tings after the club.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, what'd you do today? Caught this fish.
The best thing is get like a group of some homies that all are doing well and get a villa, and then you get like a sprinter with a driver, and we did like a 3-week Euro tour, and we went all around, bro. It was dope. We did south of France, we did Mykonos, we did London, we did Amsterdam, and yeah, that was it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you go to each of those places and take something out and drop a strain from there.
You could.
That'd be cool
That's why I love traveling. You get perspective and you gain inspiration.
And me and my brother be all day marketing, looking at stuff in the market.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
You get inspired.
Especially with fashion and shit. Like,
super.
It's definitely different vibes.
Fashion is a lot. People don't understand how big fashion is to branding. Okay, we're just doing, you guys kind of see, we're just doing weed. No, there's a lot of that goes into branding and lifestyle because you don't just have to do weed if you're going to start a brand. Make a brand that does multiple things.
Right.
You lifestyle brand. Lifestyle brand.
Yeah. 100%.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Hey, I truly appreciate you for even jumping on my pod, bro. You know what I mean?
Of course.
It's an honor. And then I got a lot of perspective through you, bro. I see where you come from, you know what I mean, a small town, but you don't let that stop you. Something inspired you something in your life inspired you to get to go out of your shell and go different places and try different things, you know what I mean?
I will say this, man, like weed brings people together, and no matter where I went in the world, the fact that I smoked weed, I made friends and connected with people that I would have normally connected with from weed. So when I say I don't like where the events and where the space is at, I feel that it's because it's very closed off and it's small-minded thinking. You know what I'm saying? That people need to get out more. You need to get out of your house more. You need to get more active. You need to go out and enjoy the plant. Keep it ceremonial. Don't abuse it. You know, use it as something that can enhance your life, not inhibit your life, you know? And that's the message I preach because I've seen both sides of the fence. And I don't like the isolation and the fact that it keeps you kind of dumbed down it needs to uplift you and get you to want to do some crazy shit, you know, like go smoke a joint and go skydiving, or go smoke a joint and go snowboarding, you know, go smoke a joint and then plan a fucking trip and go on that trip, you know, like live your life.
Get out your fucking shell.
Live your life. Like life was not meant for you to just sit at your house and get high all day. Like that's not the wave at all. Like you're not inspiring anybody, including yourself. And you're going to look back and regret that. And I had a lot of years like that where I looked back and regretted that shit and was just like, what was I even doing? I didn't even have any hobbies or interests. Like even recently I went like mountain biking. I've been going hiking. I've been doing shit outside that I wasn't normally doing because I was just smoking too much weed and kind of like stuck in this trap hustle life. You know what I mean? And then I started doing these other things and I was like, damn, bro, how have I lived in Cali this long and I've never done this shit
And
before?
how beautiful is it out here?
Oh, it's the reason you live out here. We don't have that in Florida, bro. Like there is no mountain biking.
They got alligators.
Yeah, it's like airboats and shit. You know what I mean? Like
that's still cool.
It is. It's a different lifestyle, but you know, when in Rome, right? Like you need to enjoy what's around you, and a lot of the times, the things we need are right in front of our face, and we're just like, if you're too clouded and you're too fucking stuck in your ways, and you're not gonna see it, you know. So sometimes you just gotta take a break, take a reset, and go within. Because I kept looking for, I was pleasure seeking too much. Because like in the midst of me talking about all these times, those were highs. That's not the lows though. That would lead to lows. You know, even on the Euro trip, right? Like those times where I was waking up and I was so faded still, I was like, bro, we got to pack. We got to go here. We got to go to the airport. I'm about to throw up. Like, I can't be living like this.
Now you go work out before you wake up and go out.
Well, now I just be sober. I quit alcohol. I don't even drink alcohol
That's so
anymore,
big.
You know?
I was telling the homie the other day, one of my biggest things is one day I'm going to stop drinking except for a couple margaritas. It's so hard when you drink a couple margaritas be hitting. But this is like so
it's hard to give it up. It's hard to give it up. It's hard to give this up.
So that's the only reason. So that's why I commend you.
It's hard. But when you do, and I tell people this, that don't tell yourself you're quitting forever, because then that makes this big ultimatum. It's hard to make that decision in your mind. You'll fight it. Just tell yourself you're taking a break.
I took a 2-week break. I take 2 weeks breaks from drinking all the time. A week and a half, 10 days. Hey,
that's it. I had to retire the drinking though, because I would get blacked out drunk and then wake up and have to apologize to everybody about dumb shit. I didn't even remember. They're like, bro, you remember what you said to me? I'm like, no.
You're autopilot, huh? I feel like more people used to drink a lot of alcohol and only smoke weed once on occasion and be like, hey, let me hit this. Now people are more like, smoking weed and be like, oh, we're drinking? I don't know if I want to take a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can I get a drink? Or like, and it's more and more people, you know?
It's easier to like wake up the next day off weed than it is alcohol. You know, and the older you get, the more that effect has on your body, to where you're just like I had to look at it like this, where I was like, damn, all right, 4 to 6 hours of drinking is like 2 to 3 days of recovery for me now.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would I want to make that trade-off?
Bro, it takes, but when I feel
like my workout sucks, my diet sucks, my sleep sucks, my mood sucks. There's nothing that feels good about the shit.
But I got to a point, bro. I know it's horrible to say, but every time I like get sauced, the next day I hit the sauna for like 10, 15 minutes. I feel like a new man after the workout.
There's certain people it works for, and that's why even when we did the vlog, I said you'll be out all night and you'll still be in the gym in the morning, but that's why you're successful. You can push through that shit, because some people can, but other people can't. And I was one of those people that couldn't. I would lose all my discipline. I'd sit in the bed. I would like rot. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, fuck.
But you know yourself. You know your body.
My stomach would get so fucked up that I don't know what the effect of it was on me, but I would literally have to force myself to start throwing up and doing all this shit. And I was just like, bro, this is like killing me, you know?
How long have you been sober?
And I'm a smaller guy, so it's like for instance, on that Euro trip, right? Like motherfuckers chugging this, chugging that. I caught my boy fake chugging the 42 bottle.
How? He was like,
he just wasn't drinking. I was like, bro, you've been fake drinking this whole time. Why wouldn't you tell me that? I'm wondering why you're feeling fine. I feel like straight dog shit. Like all these people keep tilting the bottle on me and stuff. And I'm like, I don't even remember leaving. You know what I mean?
That's some whole shit.
You can only do so many nights of that. You know what I mean? So, no, he was just lasting. Like, he was just like, yeah, bro.
He was trying to find the place for the end of the night.
He was still drinking.
He was trying to find the place to the end of the night.
But it was excessive, bro. It was like these dudes were ordering like 100 champagne bottles and doing parades and shit. So they're fucking pouring. You know, it was like,
Hey, that's crazy.
yeah, Dubai billionaires.
Hey,
Like,
shout out to the Dubai billionaire.
Different type of bread.
Levels to this shit, bro.
Oh, if you go overseas, you will learn real fast.
How long you been sober?
You know, can't even say sober with this, but off alcohol.
Yeah,
a year and a
that's
half.
sober, pretty much, by alcohol.
A year and a half.
Wow, that's a long
About a
time.
year and a half,
18
yeah.
months.
Yeah. No drinks, not one drop.
No margarita,
Feels
not a
great.
cup of margarita.
Nobody. Not even no wine, nothing. Weed, I've been off and on. I took 3-4 month break last year, and then I took I'm on like a 3-month break this year since like August. So August, September.
Hey, you gotta hit my
October.
blunt one time.
So I've only smoked like once or twice. I smoked at my boy's wedding. I'll smoke a couple hits on this, and then.
No, he said this. Hey, I'm so.
But I don't
honored.
want to be
I'm-
smoking every single day anymore.
I'm so honored, bro, because he said this is overdue. You feel me? I'm so excited, bro. Look, I'm gonna pass my blunt to you. Let me see this. Oh yeah, the Jersey trade. If you're out there, go ahead and roll you another one, light it up, and come like
Yeah,
chief
let's
with
get
us.
it.
You know what I
To
mean?
be blunt, I'm gonna hit the blunt. What do you got in here?
The Wusa. It's a bolo crossed with what?
Man, the blunt's hit like cat. Holy shit.
Breathe through your nose. My head's good.
Woo.
You really hit it though.
Yeah, I hit that bitch.
He really hit it,
I
though.
wasn't ready to.
He
I
hit it
wasn't-
like a joint.
I wasn't ready for that shit.
Hey, but I smoke a shitload
The
of these.
grabbas are woo.
Hey.
I don't know how you do that. You know, when I started smoking weed, it was Swisher Sweet Cigarillos.
The classic ones, 99-cent ones.
Yeah, the red ones. The pack of red, the 5-pack. Nah, I didn't like the flavor, bro.
I like the
never liked flavor.
original ones.
I went from that to Dutch Master Palmas, and those were way fresher.
I see. I was
I
on the
love
Dutch too.
those.
Then you went on the backwoods.
Did I? Oh, he did.
You did or no?
No, I didn't go on
You
the
stopped-
backwards. I
you-
skipped that shit.
when you go
because it
on?
was just too harsh.
Mm.
I had New York homies that were coming down and trying to put me on it and shit, and I was like, bro, I don't know how you guys are smoking this shit. This shit's just it's too fucking harsh, and I can't taste the weed as much.
I went from the Swisher to the Dutch to the backwoods to the grabba.
I went from the Swisher to the Dutch to Papers, and I gotta say, like the whole Wiz Khalifa currency era, that shit had me switch to Papers, bro. Once I did that, I never looked back. I just like. I learned how to roll joints, and that was it. I was like, yo, this is the way to smoke weed. Because, I mean, the flavor is just crazy. And, like, I like, when you smoke enough weed, you kind of get past the just get high part.
Yeah.
And you're looking for some flavor. Like, you want something that's going to taste
Turkey,
good.
whatever,
and
yeah.
then give you that little kick to where you're like, ooh, feel warm and fuzzy inside. Fucking, you know, like, just.
Good high.
Oh, man. Just, you know. You want to, I like to smoke the shit where I'm like, all right, what are we doing? After we smoke, like, you know,
Active
like,
shit.
all right, what are we doing? Like, let's do something. We leaving or what? Like, I'm not trying to just sit on the couch and play video games or no shit. Like, I quit playing video games at 15. Any man or grown male that's playing video games, I just don't understand.
Unless you're making a bag off of it.
Yeah, cool.
Unless you're making
Go
a
get
lot
your
of money off of
That's
it.
work then, though. That's work.
That's
then.
working.
They turn it into a hustle. I respect that. Salute you. But if you're just playing games to play games, the fuck you doing, man?
Bro, I'll give you a perspective on this, though. I'm not even lying to you. I don't play video games. I used to. I wish I had more time to, because the reason is, look, you be playing with your homies, right? Let's just say all three of us or four of us get on Call of Duty for like 30 minutes,
See,
right?
I'll do that for like an hour if it's like a group thing and we're all here together.
Yeah, but you're spending your
I'm
whole
talking
day.
About, let me reframe. I'm talking about guys that every single night they go home and play video games, whether it's online or just the campaign. They're just alone with headset on like this.
Go out, bro. Go do
Like, get
something.
your ass up and go do
I
some
know
shit,
exactly.
you know what
Go
I mean?
do
Like,
something.
go
One
make some
night is
fucking
good
money.
of that, bro. Go do something.
Go work out, go make some money. Now, if you're jacked and you got a lot of money and you want to do that, do it. You know, but I'm not talking about that.
A lot of the people that I know.
that's 0.001%.
A lot of artists I know that already have it done. They're already hitting hits. All they do is play video games and go to the studio.
Well, look at T-Pain. He totally relaunched his whole career and is making more money off Twitch than he said he was making dropping albums.
That's amazing.
That's G shit. And now he just did some shit with Zuckerberg where they did like a song together or whatever. Like, he's getting his bags, you know, he's getting his money. So I respect
He's
that.
relevant. T-Pain is relevant.
I respect
as fuck.
that. He recreated himself, and at all stages of life, you have to do that. And that's what I had to do last year. Just recreate my identity. You got to grow more.
You can keep creating your identity, keep going,
You have
pushing
to.
forward.
That's
There's no
the
limit to this
evolution of
world.
life. Like, if you don't do that, you're fucked.
You're stuck.
Yeah, you're fucked.
You always have to go up. You always see, Adaptation for
Yeah.
sure. Hey, you know what's really genuine though? I got this off the Brabus fashion show, right? I really want to share that. I
Did you
love
see
the
that Brabus Cactus Jack Range Rover? That shit made me want a Range Rover,
That shit was
bro.
gas.
That shit was so
when they had the doors up,
fucking
I looked
fire.
inside. I go, okay.
I was like, how is this? Oh my God, this is a Range Rover. Like, holy shit, this is
player.
fire.
This player.
I will give it to Travis Scott. He's a fire ass designer, or whoever he's got on his team.
Even that G wagon was
straight
little
gas.
G wagon was gas, bro.
Yeah,
That
that was.
Even that fucking old
was
school
fire.
car with the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
6
yeah.
lights was
Like Fast
that
and
was my
Furious car type
That was
shit.
my favorite shit.
Did you see the? It was
Complex Con. We were at Complex Con.
Did you see the SF90 wrapping camo? Lost
yes,
Hills?
that was pretty dope.
That was gas, bro.
I was looking for a Ferrari.
I'd never
and I
seen a
found
car
one.
like that wrapped in Mossio.
That was gas.
And they did the SF90. I was like, oh.
So this past weekend we were at Complex
shit
Con.
made me want one.
I didn't get to see him because I came later that day. He was there earlier
We were
that
there
day.
in spirit together.
We were in the spirit
I
together.
could have hit you up, but I was like, I was in and out kind of 2-3 hours. I was like, what else am I going to do? Keep walking around?
You walked the whole thing?
I walked the whole thing. I saw Desto Dub, Nick Diamond. Was a
Shout
few
out them.
Zushi. I stopped in on Jerry and Stacks and
You got your shit done. You did
blessed
that.
me with a collectible. Yeah, and that was it. You know, I went to Billy Hill. Shout out to Billy Hill. It's one of my favorite brands right here.
Oh, got
They're
it
out of
on?
Nova Scotia. And if you don't get to play Billy Hill, Hillbilly, you know what I mean? So that's what it kind of is. And it's like, I come from this shit where it's like lifted trucks and, you know, we grew up riding 4-wheelers and dirt bikes and UTVs and just...
So exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Salt Life is like, when that shit
Salt Life
popped
is
in my
gas.
city,
Me and him too.
everyone had that on their whip. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Hey, so
Yeah,
check
yeah.
this out. So
Fire.
The reason I say in the opening message of the Brabus thing, right? They're talking about how human touch is every single thing, right? And the reason you get human touch is from the experiences you go through life, from every single thing you said in the last like 15, 20 seconds right now, right? That experiences your design creativity, right? And that comes from your culture that you're coming from.
identity.
And then your identity, and then you adapt new traditions that you're coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those traditions that you get, and you see things that are currently happening, now you're making them elevate functionally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the whole, when I saw that, I go, wow, the human touch is everything. A lot of things are machine made and mass produced in our days.
Right.
So it's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean?
It's curation.
Curation.
You know?
It's curation. Back in the day when you used to see a barber chair, it's all engraved and sculptured. Now you see a barber chair, simple as shit. Less is more though. But coming to a human creation and putting less is more identity on this mass production era, I feel like it's a wave, bro. Like you gotta have a human genuine touch. That's what I really got walking in Complex Con too, bro.
Yep.
So human touch, bro, is everything going on forward, going to every single thing. Mr. Beast
Yeah.
is the proof of.
Yeah,
He's
be
literally the
yourself.
proof of it. You
Be
know what
yourself.
I mean?
Be unique. You're 101. You know what I mean? And if your brand isn't, if you can't identify with what you're doing for your brand, then you're off track. Like your brand is your identity. It's an extension of you. So you should be able to connect with people that are like-minded by them also enjoying your brand or liking your brand or what you do, you know, what you bring to the market.
And then
So-
and then you develop a people that like really fuck with you, but then you develop a community and you really belong in life, bro. That's what I feel with like even my
Yeah.
Big Chief brand. I see people come up to me and then they feel the same things I'm feeling. I'm like, damn, like we all have somewhere that we actually belong and we're actually chasing something in a positive direction. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
looking at that shit, I'm like, bro, I feel like it puts a sense into your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I make content. That's why I started making content. I get to connect with strangers now. I'm all over, like in Thailand, in my hotel, in the hotel gym. I'm not staying in a crazy hotel either. I'm in there working out. Guy on the treadmill looks over. He's like, yo, are you PackGods? First smoke of the day. I'm like, what the fuck? How are you even, like, bro, you're in my hotel. Like, this isn't even a big spot. Like, how the fuck? He's like, oh, I'm from the Bay. I own grows out here and shit. He's an Asian dude. And it's just like, it just connected me with so many people now at a rate that I could have never done in real life, even if
Yeah.
I was going up to strangers and being like, hey, my name is this. You know what I mean?
They're like,
So-
Cody, yeah.
No, it's cool now. Yeah, even today, I was in creation, and this kid was like, "Yo, I love the wet paint, bro." Da-da. I'm just like, it's dope to be able to connect with people like that all the time. You know, even in the gym, like it happens a lot in the gym too. It's like even with us, bro. Like if it wasn't for me doing content, we would.
Now
we would
we're
be
locked
sitting
in.
right
For,
here,
we
you know?
locked in.
And,
here,
and
have a
same
good
for
time.
you. If it wasn't for you doing content, same thing. You know what I mean?
You got to do
So-
different avenues to connect with different people. Like I was saying,
Absolutely.
that's why I want to travel the world and do it.
Yeah,
just
do
like
it.
you truly inspired me, bro. Like
Bro,
watching,
we inspire
watching
each other. That's what makes a good matchup. You know, that's what makes a good a homie or a relationship is that, like, you know, you bring each other up. That's the direction you're supposed to go in. That's why I like you and your brother. You guys are real blessed to have what you have because there's fucking two of you. You know what I mean? And it's like you rock together. It's like the Tate brothers. Their biggest feat is that they got each other's back. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't cross one without crossing the other. So they're just doubled up. You know, I grew up the oldest sibling for like 10 years, you know? So
you have a younger brother?
I have younger siblings, yeah.
Younger siblings?
Yeah, and some half and, you know, shit like that. So
I'm sure they love you, bro, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, man, I got good relationships with them. You know, I don't have any kids, so I always just, you know, Christmas is even coming up, but every Christmas I just spoil them, and it gives me purpose, gives me a reason to go harder, you know what I mean? So
everything happens for a reason, bro. We all have different purposes. You understand until the end of the mission.
Yeah.
It's like I have the Nipsey shirt on. That's why I love Nip.
I love that shit, man. I
It's
love
like,
what he stood
it's a marathon,
for,
you know what I mean?
I love that his brand is outliving him effortlessly because of who he was.
How inspiring
he's
is
a
that?
legend. Yeah,
That's what we want, too.
Like,
you know?
truly believe in what he said and pushed what he believed in only, and was just like, you know, fucking uncut, raw, just real ass dude that was like a man of the people. You know, and that's just fucking sick. And even like his brother, I saw what you
Black
posted
Sam?
about his brother. You know what I mean? And I think we saw him. See, I saw you at Complex Con last year too in Long Beach.
I told you what's up, too. I talked
Exactly.
to you, too.
We were at the marathon. You probably got that shirt right there.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Do you remember? I cut the line.
That's
He was
crazy.
there. He's the witness
Right here,
Do you
yeah.
know? I don't know if you know this or not.
No, I watched you guys.
Okay, so
and then I was
okay.
looking at Lance. I was like, bro, we just got. I think you were with us. Yeah, I was just like, bro, we just
Yeah,
got.
I was do that
We just
shit.
got to make it up there. I think you got in, and then we had to wait.
Just know you send the QR codes, and they sent me the QR codes because they used to pull them to the side, and I got all the.
That was so dumb. The line was so long. I was like, what the fuck is all this shit? This
They
is
gave me
crazy.
artist passes this time.
Did they?
Talent passes. I was walking around everywhere.
Oh, fire. That's fire.
Everywhere. I could be anywhere, bro. I was walking around before the stage was on.
I should have got right with you. You know, the hack is even for us is that, like, if you just get the media pass early on, you're lit. You just gotta fucking hit them up and tell them you want to do coverage and who you are, and they'll be like, all right, cool, here's your pass. Like, I just didn't do that, you know. So this time, but there was no line.
Hey,
like,
if I could do a podcast during the Olympics, like they let me do it, like a live podcast.
Those are my dogs, by the way, so they'll definitely.
Let's
let
do
you
one together.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That'd be
Let's do
dope.
it.
Let's do an episode together and have different homies on and chop it up
Yeah.
with them and see what,
Oh,
whoever
they'll-
feels comfortable.
If I call
being
them
on.
right now, one of them's a Florida boy. Like, if I call them right now, they'll be like, done.
Adam?
They've been asked.
Or-
Yeah, Ace. Yeah.
them. It's done.
And B.
I
ain't
feel
gonna
like
say
it's
his
in
name.
March. I feel like I always wanted to do that, and I never wanted to do it until like, okay, I saw the venue. I was like, yep, this is the one.
Yeah, they're good dudes, man. They're solid.
The
as fuck.
venues is sick, bro.
Is it?
Bro, it's insane.
They've been
Tell them,
raising the
MJ.
stakes. Now let me retract. The one event I do love and I fuck with it is Olympics. I go to that shit.
The Olympics
I
is
go to that
everybody
shit.
though.
It's fire.
It's just
they
not-
do it in a way that is more it's more for the mainstream of, if you love weed, you could come here and have a good time. They get it though. They party. They know how to have fun. You know what I mean? So there's alcohol, there's weed, there's good artists, there's good music, and then there's a good setting, there's a good vibe. And it's like they let all the top brands only, you know? So everyone brings a good showing there. So that is a good event. I actually do love going to that. But like, you know, and nothing against these events, but like Hall of Flowers and like some of these other events, like I don't see the point in going. You know, I
feel like
really
people are
don't.
networking and seeing the stores
Right,
are
it's
currently
true.
in and that.
It's true.
And
It's true. But
and then for
myself as just to go to have fun, I don't see it. You know, I don't know.
you're not the only one that feels that way. I have multiple
No, I
other
know.
people in brands that say the same things. Is this each their own the way they curate and their same different audience, because there's more than one way to do things. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I totally agree with that. And then tomorrow I have an event called Nothing But Fire going. It's
Yeah.
like a lot of homies
I
are
know
doing
them
that
as well. Yeah.
And then Kushco Originals, a lot of the people are going out, but they made it into a dope casino vibe. It's gonna be lit. They say it's gonna be lit, so let's see what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try it. It's my first year doing
come
it.
pick me up in the rolls, man.
Man,
Go hold
are you gonna
out.
come with me, bro?
Yeah,
Pull
I
up.
will.
Let's go Chief over there. I'm down.
We'll
It's
go
at
over
4
there.
p.m. tomorrow till like 12
What time
p.m.
you going?
I have to make sure everything's going correctly, so I'm probably gonna pull up earlier. But you pull up
Oh,
like
you're
later,
pulling up
5, 6.
early, yeah.
Pull up like at 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
Okay.
That'd be better
I might
for you.
slide through.
Bring the homie.
We'll see, man. He might be busy.
Oh, he got some
He
plans.
he's my
Thanksgiving's
dog's
coming.
busy.
Hey, my
dog's a
boy,
busy
he's
man.
getting his games in.
He's
You
a
know, he's
busy
definitely
man.
busy now.
He's out here big stepping in the boots, man. He ain't playing with them.
Hey, always great people around us. You know what I mean? And then now,
gotta be.
Now, because I always tell people, to be a part of the family is very you don't just have everybody just around. You're cool with a lot of people, right? You came on the pod, bro. And like, to be blunt, you're part of the Big Chief family.
Damn,
you're
I
part of
appreciate it.
every single thing.
I need
now,
my
you
crop
know?
tees now.
You got to get them new merch coming.
I need to be sponsored with the merch.
Done.
I'll give you my sizes.
After all of this,
But we do content, so it'll be worth it.
and then I'll see you so you can press me. Hey, bitch, where's my shit at?
Yeah, straight up. I'll wear it. You know, but I fuck with your guys' brand. I fuck with the name, and I fuck with how you guys do things, because it's bigger than just get high, right? And it's like, that's cool. I'm not against it. Like, I've been getting high for over 20 years.
I get high and work out.
But I'm just saying that, like, you have to evolve in life. There's got to be more to your life. Like, what are you into? Like, show that in your brand and connect with more people. It's just a challenge.
Get out your room. Get
It's
out
not
your
me
house.
saying that anything's right or wrong or that I'm hating on it at all. It's just a challenge to, we need to raise this game. We need to raise the weed game, you know? Like, it needs to elevate. It doesn't need to be inhibited anymore or, like, suppressed. You know, we've been suppressed for long enough. So we need to now elevate together. And that requires good collaboration, good competition, and people actually, like, thinking about more than just getting high. You know what I'm saying?
I hope it inspires a lot of y'all today, just listening to this pod today, because that's the way we do it. When we create a standard and we keep inspiring what we were doing by actually doing it in real life, the world's going to catch on, bro. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to catch on.
There's a lot of people that are on the same shit.
Look at you. You started doing the media thing early with your smoking because you didn't see the smoking views on the podcast entertainment category. You know what I mean? You created something. And you created. You got something out of thin air, and you made it into a reality.
Yeah, we turn it into a business.
And turn it into a business, right?
Yep.
Now, looking forward to it. Same thing, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll probably drop another pod in the future. It's just not going to be only weed because I want to connect with more people. I don't want to bring someone on the podcast and everyone be like, oh, he don't even smoke weed. He's not for the culture. I don't want shut the fuck up. The fuck are you even talking about? Like, bro, go take your dab rig and go sit the fuck over there. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. You know, I want to learn. I want to bring on people of value that we can learn from and make money and do better in life and, like, hear about their story and connect with people that I don't need them to be getting high for me to connect with them. Like, I want to connect with fucking people that have done crazy shit, you know, not just like one avenue, you know? Like, that's why Joe Rogan kills it, because he does whatever the fuck he wants.
Joe Rogan inspires.
Because he's his identity. He's like, I'm going to have a scientist on today, a politician on the next day, then I'm going to have an MMA fighter on.
And the president
and everyone's
on the
like,
next
hell
day.
yeah, this is fucking badass. You know, with my shit, the way it started and the way it was, we started pertaining to this audience that's just like, super critical on the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
You can't please
that
everybody.
guy's a Chad. He's corporate. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Sit your ass down somewhere and listen up. Or don't listen to this episode. I don't want to hear you bitch, though. And that's what it is, man. Like, you know, weed boosts estrogen in men. That makes you extra emotional. That's why a bunch of motherfuckers are emotional in the weed game. They got too much estrogen pumping in their
Eat more
body.
beef.
Dead ass serious.
Eat more steak.
You can you know, fact check it all you want, but it's a fact. So you smoking too much weed, you're acting like a bitch. You need to like chill the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
MJ,
slow your ass down.
You say weed gives a lot of estrogen if you smoke weed all day.
It's making men emotional. It's a fact. It boosts your estrogen, which is what you don't want in a man.
I feel like I'm more emotional towards plants. Hey.
No, but you got to understand, right? Like, it's the chemistry of each person is different, so it affects people differently.
Mm-hmm.
And the level of quality and all this other shit, right? So I'm not
All
saying
joking
like,
aside,
if you smoke
for sure.
weed, you're a bitch. It's just like, no, it boosts your estrogen, and then you can get, in certain people that already have high estrogen, they get extra emotional, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, they can't control their emotions. I'm not saying if they act like a bitch or not, but they could get mad, they could get sad, who knows? But they're just having a harder time controlling their emotions because of their levels.
Damn,
you know,
I didn't know that.
and you know, you got to get your blood work done and shit, and know your levels.
Well, how do you get your blood work done before we get off?
Just go to the doctor and tell them I want to run my blood panels and make sure I'm good, make sure all my levels are good. You know,
you could take that and go to a place where it tells you what to eat right or anything too, right?
Yeah, what you're allergic to and all that type of shit. You know, that's another.
I need to go, and MJ needs to go get that done too together.
They got like everlywell.com, and you can do it at home, and they mail it to you, and it's a food sensitivity test.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you do? What do you do? You like get a prick in your hand and you drip the blood on there?
You prick your finger. Yeah, it's.
You don't have to send it back, right? I don't want them to like fucking. Send it. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with my blood. I don't know these days.
This guy's skeptical. You're already in the database.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, it was a pleasure, bro. I could literally talk to you forever about a lot of different things before. Oh, bro, you know what conversation I really wanted to have before?
What?
I always bring up something random. Do you see these 4 motherfuckers in LA County? You know, Los Angeles people are wild, right? They're dressed up as a bear and they pretended to like tear up their car and they got caught on the camera. They sure did. You didn't see that?
It looks like those. It probably looked like those panda bears they got in China, where they're like, "Are these real pandas?" It's like a dude walking around and shit. You're like, "What the fuck?"
Huh? It was a Rolls Royce, so they were scratching the car up and tearing up the back seat with a knife.
I wonder
why did they tear it up before?
I wonder what those dudes were on when they did that.
Bullshit.
They hired the wrong people to do that one, man.
They did it themselves, probably.
They would have been better off doing a Halloween stomp.
They should have got a real bear.
Yeah. Straight up.
Oh,
they definitely should have.
Hey, leave it on that good note. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to the pod. Comment below. Love to hear what you guys feel about it. Honestly, like your opinion really matters to me. Even like the audience never wins, but just seeing how people feel, they're thinking about you. You can write something below. Yeah. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Love, man. Love. Stay big chiefin'.
Follow PackGods at Real PackGods on Instagram, PackGodsOfficial.com, and then you can follow me at Cody88Human on Instagram, CodyHuman.com, and let's connect, man. Big Chief.
PackGod. See ya.
Let's get it.
Llama, red pajama, I feel along with my mama, Baby llama wanna drink, mama at the sink,